WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Everything earned for a goal of elevation. Just passing the team over here might finish out. Bright future we can't vanish. SE25 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions. Fan cams, bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team. When eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare. Taking a step to become supreme.
Yes, guys, welcome back to Eagle-Eyed Football and welcome back to the Deadline Day stream. We are live. It is 30 minutes before the actual deadline closes. We don't have any fancy graphics this time, so do not worry yourself. Your eyes will not be burned because of it. But it's Deadline Day. We're going to talk everything Palace. We're going to talk about rumours. We're going to talk about people who still haven't signed yet that might sign. We're going to talk about everyone that we bought, everyone that went out on loan, everyone that we sold, everyone that I spoke about, that none of it happened, and also all of the rumours that happened in the last few days because we didn't release anything because we didn't know whether it was nonsense or not, and we knew that today was coming up anyway. So, JC, how's it going?
What?
Look, Rich is here today.
I did not even clock that. Is that what happened when we got kicked out? Just changed back. There we go.
Rich, how's it going?
I think I'm glitchy, which is a bit annoying. I'm okay. Honestly, I just counted out to see if this Chilwell deal happens, and that's about it, really. There's not much more to say.
Chairman?
Yeah, I'm good. Tired, but I'm still buzzing about about Sunday actually. So yeah, I'm quite happy really.
All right, I've been watching all the United stuff today as well.
Oh, it's been great, isn't it?
It really has, yeah.
So, where should we start today? Should we start with everything that's actually happened at Palace? Do we start with everything that we spoke about in Transfer Weekly? Or do we talk about the rumours over the last few days?
Or maybe we should go through what's actually happened, so if you know it.
So, let's do that then. Crystal Palace in this January transfer window has been extremely inactive. So, let's talk about the good points. We bought Romain Esse, the only person we actually purchased in this whole transfer window, and for £12 million. Rich, is it a good price? And do you think he's going to be a good player?
I'll say this bit and then I'm going to restart my laptop because something's gone wrong, which is annoying. Yes, good price. Kind of similar to how we potentially did the Lise deal, get him cheap, and hope there's probably going to go 3-4 years for a massive price. And he's shown that he's willing to fight for a starting place. Like when you actually hear him speak, he's like, "Listen, I'm going to work hard because I want to start." You know, it shows his application and attitude. He's already got a Premier League goal, still one goal, one appearance, one goal. So
one touch, one goal.
It's a great start for him, you know. And Nketiah's had 12 games, or maybe more.
Quite a few more actually. I think it's 17.
No Premier League goals. So I think it was. You know what? Like, I'm not even mad with any of Glasnow's substitutions yesterday. I know that's easy to say that because we won, but I'm glad he's not trying to just force him on the pitch because we've signed him, you know. I think Doncaster will probably be his first start, and it'll be great to see how he gets on there. All right, I'm going to restart my computer.
Chairman, did this transfer take too long?
You just don't know what goes on, really, do you? Because you know, sometimes it's the agent and sometimes the player, and they stall a bit just to try to give him extra money, didn't they? But I'm glad they got it done, and they got it done with a week and a half or 10 days to go, didn't they? And I'm glad that we're looking at buying younger talent now, isn't it? I know we've been very successful at doing it now, haven't we, with Wharton and Eze and Elise. So I mean, Charles, we want, to be fair, we want the players to be signed on January the 1st. That never happens, does it? Very rarely happens. So, but 40.5 million, no loan back. I think it's an excellent buy, personally.
Definitely. I do think that we maybe took a little bit too long to get it over the line because it was all said and done like a few days into the window, wasn't it? But I think we actually signed them on the 19th or the 18th. So it took a really long time to actually announce it, bearing in mind I think some people are saying that that the deal was all done even before the transfer window opened. So taking that long just felt a little bit outrageous, really. But overall, very, very, very good signing. And
yeah, absolutely.
The only person we're actually going to purchase in this whole transfer window. Let's go through some comments quickly. Big up the dog saying, I wonder where Malcolm will go into the youth team. Did Chilwell sign? No, not yet. Nothing is official. Big up Animal. Big up Tim. Big up Durfez. We will speak about this a little bit more in a minute. I expect to beat United now. Well, we've already beaten them. Apparently, in a photo, Chilwell had our shirt on. I think that was photoshopped on. ESPN nonsense about how Man United win, so I posted the stats of us beating Man United. It's not a surprise. Big up Ollie saying, we live in a world where Jeffrey Schlupp is going to play Champions League football against Bayern Munich with Michael Elise. Schlupp is at Celtic to upset Bayern's in a way. Sounds like a video, and Durfez is laughing. The next piece of official news that happened in the transfer window is, apart from Big Up Day, as always, Chelsea wanted to buy Mark Gay for not much money whatsoever, and they bidded so little that we just absolutely went, who are you? Disappear from my screen. And then because we said no to them, they said, all right, Banyu, recall Chalobah. First of all, today he was on the bench. So him being a very important member of the squad, that lasted 2 games, didn't it? So good job, Chelsea, the person who's having a good season. Rich, did you see this as a surprise? Chalobah going back there?
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, I feel sorry for him. Like, obviously, it wasn't put in a clause for him to stay. They had that recall clause. They activated it. There's nothing he can do. I do feel sorry for him because they're just going to ostracize him for the rest of the season anyway. So, yeah, they've literally brought him back to get rid of the Sassy, and he's just going to sit there to be backup anyway. So, yeah, I do feel for him.
Yeah, and especially, I think Chairman actually sent it to me. He said, look, he's already on the bench the second that Tosin's back in. You're thinking, wow, Maresca was sitting there saying he's going to be an important member of the squad, blah, 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 and he's already on the bench. Like, you got to feel bad for him, though, because I don't think I think if all the reports are correct, and that's obviously believing paper talk here, he didn't actually want to go back, but there's no, like, he didn't really have any say in the matter at all, did he?
No, not at all. I mean, unfortunately, that is the joy of having the claw back, isn't it? That the loaning club give themselves the option if they do get in trouble. But we knew this, didn't we? They had a bit of an injury crisis. They called him back 2 games, and we said that as soon as injuries come back, where's he going to go? Well, I think we found out today, haven't we? So
back to the bench.
Yeah. Well, they've loaned a couple of players out today, Chelsea, so he'll probably stay on the bench now, wouldn't he? I would have thought for the rest of the season, which is a shame for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, one more bit to that, sorry. But fair play to Chris Richards on Sunday, who had an excellent game. And as I think you said it yourself, I mean, we've not conceded too many goals in Chalobah's gone, have we? So,
Yeah, so quite ironic But
Yeah.
the defensive work that Richard is doing, I don't see Chalobah doing that. I'll say that for free. Next bit of news is Mr. Rob Holding, the GOAT himself, is now gone on loan to Sheffield United. So Sheffield United have two of our players on loan at the same time, Jezrin Ratsaki and Rob Holding. After his bust up with Glasner, he should have gone ages ago, but he's gone now. Rich, are you happy he's gone? Are you happy he's off the wage bill? And I hope that there's a buy clause in there because it just says loan from whatever I can see on Sky.
Don't really care. Whatever. I'm just happy. I don't know why we signed him in the first place. I'm sorry.
It was 1 million quid. You couldn't really say no.
Yeah, you can. He was not an injury-prone player. I think as soon as he signed for us, he played one warm-up game and got injured.
No, we got battered against Man United in the cup.
Oh man, it was a horrible signing.
It was, yeah.
But you know what? If Glasner wants him out because his attitude stinks, whatever it may be, and obviously we don't know the truth yet, but you can only assume it's got something to do with that because obviously he got sent to the 21s and never touched the first team. He might have been on the bench once for the first team since then. So yeah, I'm not mad. I'm really not mad at it.
You should have gone sooner, in my opinion.
Wasn't it something to do with he got the up because somebody got injured, didn't they? And he was playing Klein at right side centre back and not him, isn't it? I think that's why he got the hump. So got to keep your mouth shut, haven't you?
Well, can't question the GOAT, Ollie Glasner. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Because, all I'm saying is Klein did a sick job at right centre back last year. I can almost guarantee you, if he was playing there instead of Klein, we wouldn't have had that run. No way.
No, I totally agree with that.
Next bit of news, of official news for the first team. Jeffrey Schlupp gone to Celtic on loan. And you might say, why is there no loan to buy? Because he's only got 6 months left on his deal. So I don't know why people are saying, why is there no buy clause? Just chatting nonsense. He's going to go there, probably become a permanent signing, double his wages over there within 6 months. But was this needed? Do we need someone like him as a squad player on the bench just to fill up the bench with a little bit of Premier League experience? Or do you think that literally just packing out the bench with people like Devaney is better because literally anything Devaney does is better than Schlupp?
Who's that to?
Another one that should have been gone from the summer, even on loan, because I think he personally, and granted, I think Asher's, it's good that he's gone on loan, he's getting experience, but you saw Schlupp and you saw Asher on the bench, and Schlupp's getting a nod, Maybe Asher could have had those 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you know what I mean? But yeah, once again, good luck to him.
He's definitely blocking a youngster coming through, no question about it. I'm just wondering, I mean, Sky just said that he's completed his medical. He's not actually signed yet, but it's going to go through, I think. But what was his medical like? Was it like man versus food, wasn't it?
I mean, I saw a few memes about it. I saw the scales getting destroyed.
The broken scale, yeah.
Like, you know how they've got supermarket sweep? They've got buffet sweep. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Can he eat a tomahawk steak in less than half an hour, innit? With extra chips.
But yeah, Schlupp was sick for us for a little while. And I say a little while. But, I think we bought him for quite a bit of money, actually. I think we bought him for like 12 million quid a few years ago under Allardyce. I think in January as well. So he's been good for us. He's been at the club for ages. I don't think you can have any hard feelings. I think his legs are just gone and his belly's grown. So, you can't blame him. Here's what it is with Schlupp, really, isn't it? But how the hell has he left us and gone and play Champions League football? He's probably going to go get a trophy at Celtic as well.
I know. He's going to play Michael Elise, isn't he, in the Champions League? You never would have said that would have happened, would you?
Men.
isn't it? That crazy,
Michael's
isn't
probably
it?
going to sit there and go, out of all the people at Palace, why
Yeah.
are you the first person I'm coming up against? But that's all the pretty much official news when it comes to the first team. But we'll run through everything else that's happened here. So Ryland Brownlee has come to the youth team on a free transfer. So just another youth team player. Ain't going to be nowhere near the first team. It's just going to be another one for the youth team, to build it up. Like another Scott Banks, let's say. The dog, big up yourself. Malcolm Ebue has come back from Oxford and he's staying in the youth team because he literally can't get a move anywhere else.
That's harsh. True, but harsh.
Okay, but what is he doing that's wrong? Why can he? He's been on what, 3 loans since he's been at Palace, and he hasn't hit the ground running. I don't think he's actually put together 4 or 5 starts in a row in any of those things. Even in the youth team here, I don't think he's actually done that. Rich, what do you think the problem with him?
It's not good enough. Like, and I mean, I wish him all the best, whatever he does. But in some players, I think we look at in the academy, we think, oh yeah, give him a chance, give him a chance, give him a chance. And I'm going to throw another name who's gone out on loan that I've been an advocate for that. It's Teo. But maybe they're just not good enough. I think that's just it, really.
To be fair, Chairman said this ages ago that we've got a lot of players that we think are good, but there must be a reason why Hodgson's not playing them. Obviously, we know Hodgson has an agenda against anyone under the age of 25, but were they simply just not good enough?
Yeah. But I think with Malcolm, I think it definitely was attitude, because there's a few times, even like Derby fans at the time were saying his attitude was a bit smelly. So, yeah, it's a shame.
But
Chairman?
even Oxford weren't playing him in League Two, were they? I mean, that says you a lot, doesn't it? I mean, he was sitting on the bench a lot, never coming on. I mean,
Championship.
Are they? No,
Yeah.
League One, are they?
No, they're in the Championship.
Okay, I didn't know that. Well, anyway, it wasn't.
They got promoted by playoffs last year.
Okay, well, he wasn't coming on anyway, isn't he? He was sitting on the bench and never getting brought on. So it does tell you a lot. And you know what? A lot of managers say that you're generally picked on what you do in what your attitude is and what you do in training. So, look at Marcus Rashford, is a great example. He's a very talented footballer, but he don't put the effort in training. So the manager don't pick him. And maybe Malcolm's the same. To be fair, I think that. When Derby were really banging trouble, weren't they? And I think Palace looked at that and said, we'll feel your pain because we've been in that situation, and we'll take like Luke Plange off you and take Malcolm off and give you a couple of £1 million. But I think it was more sentimental rather than anything else, because neither of them have really done anything, have they?
Teo come back from Stockport, and we've sent him back out to Bradford today. Hopefully he can get some game time there. Hopefully he can stay fit. Rich, just hoping for fitness there.
Yeah, it is a lot of hope. I feel for him, man. He's the one that I was looking forward to seeing play for the first team. And especially when Glasgow walked in and were like, oh my gosh, we play with wing backs. I thought this is perfect for him. He's just not been lucky with his loans and all with injuries. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. The fact that like Franco Ume is kind of overtaking him in the pecking order as well. So
10 minutes left for the official window as well. So, they're cutting Chilwell a little bit close if it's going to happen. Also, Fulham are going to re-sign Willian.
Yeah, I saw that. Actually, ex-Palace, Malachi Boateng, has left Hearts and gone to Plymouth just now.
Oh, yeah, that's a good move for him, actually. He was actually quite a promising prospect because he played quite a few. He's actually played quite a few seasons in the Scottish League, and now he's coming down again. He might actually do really well, so that'll be good for him. Spoke about him a little bit earlier. Luke Plange came back from Helsinki. Rubbish there. Gone to Motherwell now. What's so funny?
No, it's just so harsh, isn't it? You can be on Sky Sports, can you? Yeah, you're rubbish. Out you go.
Well, there's a reason why I'm on YouTube and they're on Sky.
Yeah, exactly.
But not really much to say about Plange. He's only ever done well in pre-season.
Yeah.
Has he even played for the first team? I don't think he has he?
No, he. Oh no, he didn't. He not score a hat-trick in a pre-season friendly for us. I think he might have done. But again,
Ollie says don't slander the goat Plange.
Yeah, he never played
Again, Mills is the biggest waste of £1 million ever. The duality of Palace fans.
Exactly.
Jaden Raymond has gone to Queen's Park in Scotland.
Yep.
I bet you he's so happy that Mr. Steve Parish has blocked his loan move to Portsmouth a few years ago. That would have been really good for him. But, if he plays games, doesn't really matter. He just needs to get game time. Rashawn Mathurin comes back from Hartlepool. Or, Rich, what did my autocorrect call him?
Maturing.
But yeah, comes back from Hartlepool, didn't really get a chance there, played only a few games, got an assist, and that's about it. But more positive ones, Asher Agbenone got a loan at Gillingham. He started both games that he's played, doing a lot of his jinky-majinky, let's say. Rich, are you happy he's there? Because he's playing games already.
I'm happy he's playing games. I'm not happy because I would have loved to see him play more minutes for our first team, but I wish him all the best and I hope he comes back into our first team fold. But I don't think Mateus Francis is going to get fit again.
I mean, you never know. He's going to be or Glaz said he's going to be playing in the youth team to get some experience. But we'll see what actually comes of that.
We're going to take another trip to Paris.
Having a quick scroll through Sky, they're saying that Tells has passed his medical at Spurs, and there is an option to buy for 55 million euros, which is interesting.
Do you think? Just talk about other transfers quickly. As just came up on Sky, that Marcus Edwards going to Burnley. That's a bit of a strange one, isn't it?
So remember, he snubbed us to go and play for 0-0 FC.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with Mike Trezor.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this before.
Yeah.
We've seen this one before. Chairman, someone who's playing really well in the youth team, Umalu.
Yeah.
He has gone to Port Vale.
That's right. That's a good move for him, actually. Very good move. They need to step up like into men's football, don't they? And it's such a big step up as well. But the kid at Bromley's doing very well, and hopefully he'll do the same thing, and they'll come back so much better players for it as well, having that experience of playing league football. So, good luck to him.
100%. Anything new? No. This is just a time where I'm sitting here refreshing the Sky Sports page, but nothing has come up. And finally, a guy called Chris Francis from our youth team has gone on loan to Dagenham and Redbridge. I didn't even know we had a Chris Francis in the youth team. I don't know about you. Chairman, did you know we had a...
I honestly can say I've never heard of him.
Same here. So that is all of the official news when it comes to our transfer window.
But the major ones haven't been done yet, have they? I mean, obviously, Chilwell's still... Well, according to Sky, he's having his medical, but he's been saying that for about 4 hours. So,
yeah,
and
it'd be funny if he flopped his medical, wouldn't it?
Well, you never know.
There will be a riot.
Yeah.
Well, Rich, what would you do if his medical flopped? You do a backflip, yeah?
Now we ticked it off because that would always have been the risk, and we decided to go for that option rather than spend the money. I think we were probably only got 3 million out of the valuation that Slavia Prague wanted, and we were just lowballing. It's just stupid. But anyway, I hope he passes medical, and I hope he succeeds because it's the only way I'm going to feel better about the situation.
We have a guest, Mr. Ali.
Hello, everybody.
He made it.
Ali, right?
This must be the most emotional day of your life that Jeffrey Schlupp is no longer a Palace player. How do you feel? Are you okay?
It's like one of those moments in your life that I think we'll all remember where we were when we found out that Schlupp was leaving. Like, everybody remembers where they were when Princess Diana died. It's a bit like that. It's that. No. I think it's, to be fair, jokes aside, it's probably the right move, wasn't it? Because it was probably time.
I can sense your pain, Ali.
I mean, you know what? Like, the thing was, it was a shame that he became kind of like a scapegoat, because I think when he was just a squad player, it was all right. But I think but the tide turned, didn't it? When it was that second season for Vieira, when he just kept playing Schlupp in central midfield over Fuse. And it was just like, do you know what I mean? It was just like, before that, everyone was all right with him as a squad player, but then he got overplayed.
I mean,
and then last season, when Roy had to play him, because we didn't buy anyone.
I don't mean
so
to
he sort of became
Ali,
a bit hated.
but...
No, I still don't think he ever became hated. No one wanted to hate him. But I'm kind of sad that we'll never have a big redemption moment. Like, he'll never score a big goal, and I can never have that moment. But
he had a big goal for them, to be fair, last year.
Exactly. But no, there's still a part of me, Chairman, that feels like, we let him go. We haven't got the biggest squad in the world. He's still capable of like a moment off the bench, I still feel. Like he does have a bit of, still that little burst in him sometimes. But I think the last few seasons, he's just been unfit. Like, he's got harder and harder to defend. And the joke's got harder and harder to carry on. And it ends today.
Thank God for that. Also, Sky Sports have dropped a hint of racismo. I don't know if you've seen it. They've said Sheffield United have agreed to sign a new winger, Christian something or other, but they posted a picture of Benteke.
Really?
Wait, let me share my screen. Can you see this?
But they are terrible, aren't they?
Can you see this?
Oh my God.
Sign a winger, Christian Nwachu, from the Blades, blah, blah, blah. Big Christian Benteke.
So, there's 25 seconds to go of the transfer window.
Please don't let Rob Holding go.
He's gone.
Gone.
What?
He's gone already.
Holding and Schlupp in one day. This is pure pain.
Amazing. This is the best thing. Oh, that's it. Transfer window is done.
It is closed.
And guess what? There is no Ben Chilwell.
What?
No, they'd have put the
that
thing.
Remember, there's always an hour after the win, like for paperwork and stuff.
So there's an hour.
But could you imagine if that doesn't go through? Like, no one wanted it, but everyone will be so annoyed now if it doesn't go through.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it will just be like, and it would be one of those ones where everyone would just be like, no, everyone was annoyed, and then they just kind of accepted him. Like, actually, we're not going to do anything that's kind of interesting. If he doesn't come in, the meltdown will be quite big.
It will be sensational.
And it's funny, like you said, because no one wanted him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm quite getting on board with it now. I
think the more I rationalize it, the more I come round to it. But it's still not the best option we could have gone for.
No, listen, for me, long term, the ethos of it is terrible. And look, there's two schools of Palace fans at the moment, and there's actually probably more middle ground than people realise. There's the extremes who are like really anti-board, and then you get these ones who I was talking to Rich about on a message. I'm not going to name any names. Who just seem to come out and defend it for whatever, and like in my opinion, gaslight fans who go every week, like making them feel bad for having these quite obvious opinions that if we haven't had a left back in over 3 years, we've needed one for over 3 years. Glasner's been in for a year now. Okay, he's a manager who plays wing backs. He did really well. Got Manos in. It's a year on, and we're getting someone on deadline day who's very injury prone on loan from Chelsea after they've took Chalobah back out of spite, not started him tonight because we wouldn't sell them Gahey. Are you telling me that even internally, Dougie's going to sit down with the board and go, yeah, that went well. That's what we wanted. Whatever way you look at it, it's a failure in recruitment. But if you get to that situation, the only way I'd sort of defend them is I do think the wing back is a bit of a niche hard market, which Man United are finding out, even though they're terrible at recruitment. But anyway, you can't look at it and say that was a success.
I wouldn't say it's a niche market. I could list you 3-4 players right now. You could have got Diouf, you could Archie Brown, you could have got Beste. Like there's a lot of people out there you could have got for a good price, but we just didn't want to.
Diouf didn't sound like a great price.
I mean, at the start of the window, they wanted 15. If we paid the 15 or thereabouts early doors, they probably would have said yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You can't gloss over this. I don't care what anyone says. You can't gloss over it. It is a failure in recruitment. There's no way that they're sitting internally going, this is what we wanted. But if you get in this bad situation on deadline day, then I guess Chilwell is better than nothing. Given what I'm reading, it's about half the wages. It's not the full wages. I think actually, when we got to that point, it's better than nothing. And it could be an interesting option. Like this time last year, who thought Glasner would turn Nathaniel Klein into a right-sided centre-back? So I'd be interested to see what Glasner could do with Chilwell. He's got a player of great calibre, isn't he? England international, played in the Champions League final. But the big caveat is where he stays fit, isn't it? Surely you've got a termination option if he gets injured.
Jeffrey Schlupp is completed now. It's official.
You know, he's just left. Matthew Hayward makes the point. Kyle Walker-Peters.
5 million quid. And he's out of contract at the end of the year.
Yeah. But the thing is, once again, I think our board's probably thinking,
oh, get it for free in the summer.
We'll get him for free in the summer. That's not even a guarantee. Because if he's free, anyone could go for him.
And also, you'd have to pay him $100,000 a week now, when you could have paid him half that.
Anyway.
Good, decent rant anyway, Ali.
Sorry?
Decent rant anyway.
Well, look, it's just, you know, I don't know, like this.
But yeah, you're bang on what you say, though, because as I think somebody else said in the chat, that if we get an injury at centre-back, we're struggling again, aren't we?
We are.
Chilwell can play centre-back.
And look, you know what? I am, because we were in the concourse before West Ham, and we were talking about Richards, weren't we? I remember.
Yeah, we was, yeah.
And we were saying how worried we were about him playing right side centre back. I am eating humble pie at the moment, really well. But the caveat for me is 3 of those games have been against West Ham, who had no striker, Leicester, who are awful, Man United, who played Mainu in a false 9. There's much sterner test still to come for that new look back 3. So I would have, if we were serious, we'd have thrown in a serious bid for Chalobah tonight and really tested Chelsea's will to keep him, because they would have loved a bit of PSR out, like a big bid for him.
I mean, fair play to Richards. He kept Garnacho pretty quiet, didn't he, on Sunday?
Yeah, look, as I said, I am eating humble pie, but I still think there's bigger tests to come. But he has done well. He has done well. Yeah, I have to give him a lot of credit because he's done much better than I thought he would on that right-hand side.
Mm-hmm. And you probably also say that when they brought on Xerxes and Højlund, we weren't really troubled either. Granted, both of them are pretty rubbish strikers, but still, they went from having no one up front to 2 up front, and then we still look pretty comfortable.
Yeah, they have done well. They have done well. I think Chilwell will be interesting because it's just where's he going to play? I don't think he comes straight in. He can't come straight in because the defence are playing very well. Mitchell obviously does frustrate me a lot. There's times where he gets the ball and you just heart sinks because you know it's not going to be a good cross. But say let's not undervalue him defensively. He can be just incredible. Like if you're playing Arsenal away at the Emirates, which we are towards the end of the season, and Saka's back, who do you want to lock Saka down? It's Tyreek Mitchell. So, but there, I think looking at our home form, which you've got to turn around. There's times of 20 minutes to 30 minutes when you've just been thinking we need to throw on an attacking wing back now, and we just don't have that option from the bench. Well, now we do. You can throw someone like Chilwell on. So it's another option, which could be Glasner is capable of turning into a very good option. So we will see. But do you know who won't be an option? Jeffrey Schlupp.
Or Rob Holding.
What? This is my one thing, right? Why was Schlupp never played at left wing back? It went to wing back.
Holding?
Like, didn't even you guys? You think surely he's going to get? Everyone was like, well, Schlupp could, to be fair, maybe have a go as like the backup to Mitchell at wing back. He never got used there, so we'll never know whether he could have been the next Roberto Carlos.
Oh, come on, Ali. I mean, London buses turned quicker than Rob Holding, didn't they?
No, he's talking about Schlupp.
Oh, okay.
London buses turn quicker than Jeffrey
They do
Schlupp.
everything.
Rob Holding.
Titanic turns quicker than Schlupp.
The funniest was because I was at Villa Park and he couldn't really move, Schlupp, and then he got subbed off from coming on. This was in the League Cup, and he went off and we just serenaded him. It was beautiful.
You serenaded him. Everyone else was.
Yeah, it's on my YouTube shorts, and the guy next to me doesn't look as keen as I was at the serenade.
So Ali,
yeah,
you've had love for Jeffrey Schlupp, who was our worst player.
Yeah,
who is your attention going to go to now?
Good question.
I need to back an underdog again, and Holding's gone.
If you say Ahamada, I'm kicking you.
Is he back?
No, he's still at Rennes. You see how excited he was, by the way.
You say an underdog?
Do you know what? I have actually all season been back in Kamada, but
I was going to say that.
I think there's an intelligent player in there, but I think
he's so much better than Schlupp, you can't back him.
No, but I mean, I think Kamada failed a big test at the weekend because he was played in the position I think is fairest to him, and he didn't really do that well, did he? So I don't know. Who can I back now? Schlupp's gone. Oh. Nketiah needs a bit of love, doesn't he? To be honest, I still think Edouard's going to come back and ignite.
Oh, jeez, I forgot we had him.
Let's recall Edouard. Let's recall Edouard.
There's no recall.
Oh.
Well, Leicester spent £8 million just to loan him.
Leicester wanted to get rid of him, but we couldn't. And we said, well, Glasner said he don't want him back.
Yeah, I mean, it's just bizarre. I've spoken to a few Leicester fans, but to be fair, the Leicester fans are like, we don't even know he's any good because he hasn't played.
No, that's fair play, actually. That's fair point.
Like, I don't know who there is now. Rob Holding would have been my next one in line, but he's gone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I actually argue that
we've gone in one day?
I don't know what you guys think, and this one's might not go down with some fans. I reckon we should have taken the 10 million from Southampton for Raksaki last summer.
That's an interesting club, isn't it?
He's not burning it alive, is he, at Sheffield United?
But I do feel like you get a bit more now that he's had a year in the Championship, though.
Yeah. He's on the bench quite a bit.
Yeah.
He started off the season well, be fair. Maybe
I do. They're going for a promotion charge. If he's got any part in that, his price is going to go up quite a lot.
Mm. But do we need him when we've got Ahamada?
Yes.
I mean, in all seriousness, if we was going to keep Raksaki, we wouldn't have bought Esse, the Millwall one, obviously.
Yeah, I think that was the turning point.
So I think the fact that we bought Esse probably means that Raksaki will go at some point.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I don't ever really, when Glasner speaks about Raksaki, ever really feel the love. He's always like, one of the comments was, if he learns to play the way we want to play, he's never really come out and really fully backed him.
I think the telling thing is that he said, I want him to fight for his place.
Well, there was that whole thing with how he didn't go to America. It was all a bit odd, wasn't it?
Yeah, saying that he was ill or something. Yeah. So
Yeah, because to be fair, I was at Crawley away pre-season, and obviously it's Crawley, but Raksaki played really well. And I actually remember thinking, I wouldn't actually let him go yet. I would at least keep him until deadline day and until we get someone in. And then it was very mysterious. He didn't go to the American tour.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It would give us a good idea of what happens. Let's say if, I don't know, if something happens on our left hand side, let's say Eze goes, you could move Sarr onto the left hand side and have Eze and Raksaki to fight out for that right sided spot. Like that could always be an option as well. So, you know, I think obviously we'll see what our options are at the end of the year. But still, I'm sitting here refreshing. There's absolutely nothing.
No, I'm watching it live. There's nothing going on.
The only thing that's happened is Man City's bought another guy for 60 million quid. So
Nico Gonzalez.
Yeah, they spent 200 M's in Jan is wild.
I think the Chilwell one, they're probably just doing media now.
Yeah.
They've probably all the paperwork, everything's already signed. They're just doing, here's Ben Chilwell. He's probably.
You know what's quite telling though is that Eze didn't get any one serious link all window.
I'm not surprised.
He's been rubbish this season so far.
Yeah.
Speaking of serious links, what gave you one for 70 million? I'm not gonna lie.
If that was a week earlier,
I think he would have been gone.
You know, I think that's absolute rubbish. You know that. I think Daniel Levy has offered him 70 million 10 hours before the window closes just to appease a Tottenham fan saying, look, I bid it for somebody, but I couldn't get
I put a bid in.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it was.
That's exactly what I wrote to him. Like he's so shrewd, isn't he? So he knew that we were going to turn that down.
Yeah.
Particularly with Riyadh injured. I think maybe if he hadn't been injured, we might have given it some thought. But to be honest, all it's shown me is that even though he's got a year left, I still think we're going to be able to engineer a bidding war. Because there's the Liverpool link. If Van Dijk goes, Newcastle might come back. You got Spurs now, Chelsea as well. I still personally wonder if we'll do a deal with Chelsea where Chalobah comes back the other way.
Possible.
Yeah, that could probably work.
But I do think that let's say if it was a serious bid, if it was a week ago, 10 days ago, I think that we would accept it because that is so much money for a centre back.
It is. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think, you know what, even let's just say that it was today, but there was no injuries. I think we seriously consider it.
Yeah, the other thing is not just the defensive injury; it's the midfield injury to Decore because people forget that we used Lerma very well as a left-sided centre back last season.
Yeah.
So, but obviously we can't do that with Decore out. He has to be, you can't.
But even with Decore out, let's just say Riyadh was fit, you would have then had Riyadh, Lacroix, and Richards, Lerma as a cover centre back because Kamada's now playing in midfield. So we may have actually thought, 70 mil. All right.
And we're safe. There's no relegation financial thing there. Yeah. I mean, a pretty serious journalist tweeted that out. But I don't know. I still think they're confident they'll get some money in the summer. Quite serious money.
Yeah,
they must be to turn it down.
Oh, and there's also Kleiny to play right centre back as well. So
you could play Wardy there as well.
Yeah, so I think if it wasn't for the fact that we were down to 3 starting centre backs, I think this would have happened.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying as well that I'd rather play. I actually wrote that I'd rather play Klein than Richards at right side centre back before this little run of games. I am really a humble guy.
Some other.
It's done. It is done.
It's done.
Yeah. Chilwell is Palace.
Celtic announced. Oh, the only thing I see is Celtic officially announced Jeffrey Schlupp. Let's have a quick look at this. Oh, can't see nothing, mate. Your privacy
Dark
glasses.
ring light.
Great.
Well, go on.
Yeah, that's oh. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, they've done like a little video teaser.
Yeah.
Ooh, here we go. Look, Chilwell is Palace. Here we go.
I hope he hasn't injured himself clapping there.
You never know. He's got some dodgy tattoos, though. What is that? Look at this. He's got like a cup head. Is that? I got no idea. But we have a left back.
I'm quite excited now, to be honest.
We have a left back. Yeah. A left back that no one wanted, but everyone would have been really annoyed if we didn't get him. You know what?
The best left back we've had at the club.
It's not the end of the world, is it? It's really not.
You could argue it's the best left back we've had at the club since Ashley Cole. Best caliber.
If he performs. But
I
you know
think,
something?
I think we're forgetting how good Van Arnold was sometimes, though.
Yeah.
To be fair, you might find that Mitchell steps his game up now, doesn't it? Now he's got a threat for his place. The first time he's had a threat since he's been at the club, probably.
Yeah, I think we kind of... Mitchell frustrates me, but I think maybe sometimes we undersell him. Like, he is so good defensively. Like I said, if we were playing Arsenal away, I'd rather see Mitchell than Chilwell on that left-hand side.
Yeah.
But at home, when we're not breaking some of these teams down, we're crying out for Chilwell. Like, look at Brentford, right? They've got like quite a few attacking fullbacks. Even like they've got Hickey coming back. Like I remember them bringing like subbing one on and subbing one off against us. Like compared to us, like we haven't had those options. That now we've got that option. So at the very least, we can say we've got more options in Chilwell. If he stays fit, will give us something different, hopefully. If Glasner can work his magic, get him back, then it could be a really good option. And then obviously the signing of Eze gives us something very different going forward. So, yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing. It's not the window we all really dreamt of, but...
Well, we came into this window wanting a right-sided left footer and a left back, and we came out of it with it. So is it the end of the world? Not really.
No.
Obviously, no one saw what happened with Chalobah coming. No one saw that.
No, that's the biggest blow.
But if you take that out of the equation, because that wasn't under our control at all,
Was it
the end of the world?
I was thinking about that. Because at first I was like, you can't criticize that, but then can you? Because we did a deal with a recall option in January. Can you criticize that?
I think everyone puts a recall option though in there, don't they?
I mean, should we be recalling some of these guys? Like, because, particularly central midfield wise, the guy at the Ozark.
He already wants to recall Schlupp.
I know he does, yeah.
I hope we've got that recall option.
Can you imagine it? 11:20, we're recording Schlupp in here. Something we need him.
Chilwell gets an injury, like, first time it comes on.
Yeah. Look, in all fairness, and I'll be the first to say, like, I'm still not totally happy with this situation, and it's not so much that, because I know Chilwell attacking wise is so much better than Mitchell, by the way. It's more so dealing with Chelsea. We don't know if he'll stay fit.
Yeah,
I was worried about his wages, but now I'm hearing we're paying just 70k of it. I'm not too mad now. If he can stay fit, he's a good player. It's just annoying that we've known we wanted a left-sided defender, whether through the Hodgson era or Glasner or Vieira. We've known we wanted another one, and we've not planned to get our own one. Once again, we're loaning especially from them. That's just the frustrating. But look, he's here, he's with us. We're going to support him. Please just stay fit. That's it. That's all we want. The rest of it, we can manage through that. Just stay fit, please. And then make sure you sign a proper one in the summer. Pagans.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, if he comes in and does the job, and then we do buy a proper one in the summer, then people will forgive, won't they? It's
But
just
the
that.
question is now, hold on, I'll throw this out then. Would Parish want to sign Chilwell?
Depends how much Chelsea want
Well,
for a minute.
you know what's going to happen. One or two things going to happen. Either Chilwell's going to get injured on his first training session, and we won't see him ever again, or he's going to come into the squad. He's going to prove everyone wrong, like Henderson. He's going to be absolutely amazing. He's going to go back to Chelsea at the end of the year, and Chelsea are going to try and sell him back to us for 30 million quid.
Or we'll go elsewhere. But
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not fundamentally against loans. It's more having the follow-on action, the succession plan to a loan. So, how can anyone regret Conor Gallagher? Like that, he was that first year of Vieira, he was the absolute heartbeat of that team. It was the succession plan. After he went, our succession plan was to sign him. Apparently, we were still fishing around on deadline day. We had no succession plan. Apparently, we went for Flynn Downs at that time, and then there's the whole story about how he then went from us to West Ham whilst having a medical. And that was the year when Vieira just kept having to play Schlupp in central midfield, as I was alluding to earlier. Like, if you have a succession plan to these loans, then it's fine. Sometimes you have to do these short-term things. Being able to do a Premier League loan is a good option if you have a good succession plan, but we never do. We never do we? We never do.
Tim, you're spot on here, by the way. He's going to go somewhere else for big money.
No, he'll probably get back into the World Cup squad.
He will, mate, I've said this. I said he'll be back in the England squad by May. And then we won't. And then we're back to square one. But then if we buy a left wing back in the summer, you can forgive it. But it's like the Conor Gallagher situation. We never ever even attempted to replace Conor Gallagher or try to. Just.
Mm-hmm. I mean, am I that outrageous to think that if we can get Chilwell in and we can get him back to that Leicester form where Chelsea bought him for 50 million quid, would he then unironically become England's best left back?
He's arguably already that anyway, minus his injuries.
Possibly. I mean, the Arsenal guy is doing well, isn't he?
I think he's going to take that spot.
But I would argue, and this is kind of special, I think Tyron Mitchell is the best defensive left back in English left back. He's not good enough going forward, but defensively, if you wanted someone,
if you play him in a back four, he's brilliant.
If you wanted someone to lock someone down for a game, English player, I'd probably go for Tyron Mitchell at left back. Apart from maybe Luke Shaw when he's fit. So I still think we mustn't forget Tyron Mitchell's qualities. But Chilwell just brings very different ones. But what do you guys think about Chilwell as a left-sided centre-back? Is that something that you think he can do?
I wouldn't entertain it. If I was going to play one of them left-sided centre-back, I'd play Mitchell there instead of him.
That was going to be one of my questions, because apparently he played there in the academy, and it's something that's splitting people on social media. But
I'd still rather play Lerma ahead of Mitchell there, though.
Have you ever done a tact eagle on this? The Tyron Mitchell as left-sided centre-back?
No, but if I was going to, he's too left-footed to even think about it.
Either.
Yeah, and he's not good enough in the air. I don't
That's
think
the other thing people say, Chairman. Yeah, he's not good enough in the air. But then Klein did it quite well.
Yeah, but on that note, that's a good discussion point, actually. Let's just say we're short of midfielders and Lerma has to play midfield. Then we've got a choice of Chilwell or Mitchell. Which of the two would you prefer covering that left centre-back position?
I'll tell you this. I'd prefer playing Kamada in the middle and playing Lerma back. I really would.
I would do personally, but if it was out of those two, because it might be a possibility.
If it was out of the two, I'd have to say Mitchell because he's been playing games regularly. And then I'll probably play Mitchell there. If I had to pick one of the two, I'd play Mitchell there. But I'd still rather Lerma over both of them if worse was to come.
Clinton Morrison's just on Sky, and they asked him exactly that question, and he said he's a great left back, and he'll give Palace good left-sided centre-back cover as well. He thinks it's an excellent signing that will push Mitchell all the way. Exactly, that's what he just said there a minute ago.
Yeah, it's definitely going to give Mitchell the competition that he's not had for about 3 years.
ever since Van Arnold left, he ain't had no competition.
No.
We're lucky that Mitchell hasn't got a bad injury that whole time.
No, it's not. That's right.
Part of me feels like if you had Chilwell left wing back and Mitchell left side centre back, that'd be quite locking down that left hand side.
I mean, I had I think I said it to Dan in one of our Tacticals and why I believe that Mitchell's just sort of become a little bit stagnant. I personally think it's because Mitchell knows that he's playing no matter what, so he doesn't need to improve. And then the other thing is, I don't think Mitchell will be playing absolutely 100% every game because he also knows that if he gets injured, there's no one else. So is he ever going to make that 150-50 challenge? Is he ever going to try and improve or like play out of his skin or put the extra 10% in if he knows that if he gets injured, like who else is going to take his spot? There's no one else. So he doesn't really have the, I wouldn't say the opportunity, but I don't think he's able to take the risk to get injured.
But
So
I was thinking today, Jordan, what would we have done if he got an injury? Like, generally, what?
Klein.
Line, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, he was playing. That's how bad it was.
But even yesterday's game, what Klein came on when we were 2-0 up, I believe.
Yeah, that's.
He injured Mitchell, didn't he? Limped off,
He
didn't
looked awkward.
Yeah.
Awkward.
I mean, I don't even like Klein at right wing back. I feel like people have written Klein off because of his like appearances at right wing back. I still think he could semi do a job at right side centre back.
He could still do a job at right side centre back, but he just didn't do it to the same degree he did it last season, this season, when he actually had the opportunity, which is probably why everyone's opinion of him went down the toilet.
There was one particular game where he played really quite badly. But to be fair, the whole team were out of form at that point.
Yeah, we were rubbish. And that was before Lacroix as well, wasn't it? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Other things that were sort of rumoured within this transfer window was Stratinja Pavlovic, I believe his name is. I've probably absolutely butchered that. We went in for him way too late. It's probably because of this Mark Gay bid. We were thinking, maybe we could try and get that done, to let Gay go, get this guy in. But AC Milan wanted 35 M's. That's way too much. So we binned that off instantly. We tried to get another centre-back called Thiago Diallo, but he rejected us because he's already on loan at Porto.
That was never going to happen.
Yeah. I don't know why we're looking at people.
I was watching his passing range. It's actually mad.
Which one?
Thiago.
What, like bad or mad?
Mad. It's like Anderson-esque.
Strange. When I watched him, I thought his passing was awful.
He's got two different eyes. That's why you're wearing glasses.
That's why I did a tactics show and you don't. Anyway.
Hey.
That's because I ain't got the time to do it. So behave yourself.
Chilwell has said, I'm very excited to be here. Crystal Palace is a club that's going in a great direction. You look at the last few results and how the team's playing, and it was a no-brainer to make the decision to come here. I'm just gutted I won't be playing alongside Jeffrey Schlupp.
What a load of tosh. Look at that PR statement.
Even the gnome knows you're chatting nonsense.
Chilwell's always a great club in the right direction. It was an easy choice. Big man, you weren't playing football.
Big man, it was the only choice.
It's like, yeah.
What else? Wardy, there was a link to Luton that never materialised. Winger Tommy Watson, Palace were interested. Brighton tried to push it through right at the end. Nothing happened. The second Carney Chukwuemeka went to Dortmund, Lyon was selling Ryan Cherky for £18 million. Is that something we should have gone for, even though we didn't necessarily need it right now? Because you ain't getting that price ever again.
Yes, yes.
I never saw us doing that unless Eze left.
But for me personally, we've got to think that he might be gone in the summer. And I'd rather we preempt that than not.
I don't think it's right because I saw like Dortmund really strongly linked. I just don't think he will want to come to us, to be honest.
Yeah, nor do I, but it's worth trying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but they were never going to do it unless Eze left.
I think it's all. I think the fact that Dortmund went elsewhere, they didn't want to deal with his attitude as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
Listen, I'll take what we've done because the elephant in the room, and this another podcast, is the board situation. Until it gets resolved, we're not going to move on. Like, we're never going to do moves like that until we sort out this Texter stuff. Like, it's the best of a bad lot. I guess we wish we could have got a permanent left wing back. But stuff like Turkey is not.
22 million euros is what he was up for,
A great price.
which you'll never get again. So Tim is now going to cry himself to sleep tonight because of that.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It was the time to strike, so we won't get him in the summer.
And also, it was almost
Leon like completely implodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think Texter actually came out publicly to say that one of the journalists was chatting nonsense, trying to like orchestrate a move for Turkey as well. So, you know, that's even more thing to say. Like, you know, that price was, I wouldn't say it was that's what the price was exactly, but you know, you probably would have got him for not much more than that.
Yeah, I don't really understand it either because, like, the fire. If Texas really worried about all this stuff, the French authorities are saying they've not really had the fire sale you would have expected. They've got rid Saha off the books, but there hasn't been that many sales, has there?
The thing is with Leon, because Texter has full control of that club. What he's going to do is he's going to do. Damn, Turkey turned down for him, so it's possible he'd turn us down too. Need to go punch a wall now. Him. Alright. Rich, what is it with these Americans in shadow boxing? First Will, now it's Tim. It's crazy. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Tim, you should go to the gym, get a punching bag, and just write pagan on it and just beat the hell out of it.
Smashing it.
But I think because Texter has full control of Leon and he has full control of Botafogo and he has full control of Molenbeek, he's gonna make his Eagle holdings. He's gonna put that on the stock exchange, and then it's gonna go like that. And then when he gets enough money, he's gonna sell it, and it's gonna go like that. And he's gonna make hundreds of £1 million by doing it. So yeah, he's gonna clear the debt easily.
Yeah, I don't get the impression that he's worried.
But he would never be able to make that money back again.
Mm.
So whoever buys Leon after him is screwed. We'll say that.
Yeah. I want him out. I just want him gone so that we can kind of move forwards. Because I don't think we're going to properly move forwards until it's resolved. And that's another podcast in itself because it's a mess. Yeah. It's an absolute mess until it's resolved. In my opinion.
Oh, this is why I'm not the financial expert. Tim said, isn't that going to work like that? But we can talk about it tomorrow. Yes, we will. That'll be a question. Tim, if you could remember that, we could talk about that tomorrow as well. Just some other quick things. We were looking at a Union Berlin centre-back as well. Danilo Dojek. Another centre-back loan. Nothing really happened of it. Wickham bid £750,000 for Danny Imre, which we rejected because that's just way too little for someone like him.
Yeah.
Atalanta actually bid £15 million for Odsonne Edouard. I would have flown him there myself, but Edouard say I don't want to play in the MLS. Why the hell not?
He would have been an absolute hero if he
absolutely.
We could have had our strikers of last year in the MLS: Benteke, Edouard, and Zaha.
Yeah.
And all of them are better than Messi. But yeah, we would have sent him to Leicester on a £5 million loan and then sold him £15 million. We would have made a profit on him.
I think Edouard goes down and was my biggest disappointing signings because I
had the best debut.
Yeah, that debut. I genuinely thought he would. I thought this is the next Palace striker. He might even be the best one we've had since AJ. And then he just was Edouard.
Yes, Atlanta, not Atalanta. I cannot read. Even in my notes, I wrote Atalanta. Rich can fact check that.
I just want to say that on Sky they're having a roundup all the of all the business gone through on deadline day, obviously, and they're showing like the players scoring goals and running, and then they've got to Rob Holding, and they've got a picture of him warming up. That's it.
Well, I actually saw that, and with Schlupp's one, they got a video of Schlupp warming up when MacArthur was still there.
Oh,
no,
Jesus.
come on. You could show so much better. You could show the Fulham goal. There's so many much better highlights of Schlupp. You could show.
Seriously.
That's out of order. Everyone in the chat, let me know your favourite Schlupp memory.
I'll tell you mine, Ali. Actually,
Yeah, go on then, Chairman.
I tell you, he scored a really important goal. I think it was home to
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, yeah, when somebody got sent off, didn't it? We're down to 10 men. We brought him on, and he sort of drove through, which is what he did really well. He drive with the ball and smash the corner. And that 1-0 win really saved us, didn't it?
He did just have that 5-metre drive in him.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
That's what he had in his locker.
Oh, and then he just buffet after the 5 meters.
No, do you know what, though? I will say that in Vieira's first season... No, I'm going to come in his defence here.
That was a clip they found of him.
Listen, Ollie the Bear, me and my gnome in the Bear, you're going to have
Yeah,
out.
what?
Right, listen. What about in Vieira's first season? Schlupp actually occasionally, he was awful at times in central midfield, but he did occasionally have a good game. Like he played central, and people forget that central midfield. Vieira's first season in what I think was actually Vieira's best game when we beat Arsenal at home 3-0. So like 3-0 in the league, and we like ended their top 4 hopes. Like he did have the odd in him, the odd good game, really good game, but he just obviously he was never.
Do you remember, Ali, that Hodgson had a brainwave and played him as a centre half away at Man City?
Did he?
Yeah, we were
lost
4-0 down. We lost 5-0. Yeah, it was 4-0 down about the first 25.
No, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, he played centre half. Yeah, when we were struggling for injuries.
Really?
Centre half. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, if possible, because I know you make some amazing videos. Can you make one about Schlupp leaving?
Yeah, Ollie the Bear, make a Schlupp leaving one and tag Ali.
or add Ali in the video.
Yeah, add his rant that he's had today about how great Schlupp was, and just put all of Schlupp's worst compilation possible.
You could do a really good compilation of things he's done. This is what annoys me a bit.
But you shouldn't. You should do a bad one.
There have been some. He was a loved player until our board's lack of recruitment meant he had to be overplayed. He was a lovable squad player. He had a good chant, and then Vieira played him instead of Hughes for a season.
Ali, what was the chant? Do you want to give us a rendition of it?
I can't remember it now, but
how is it a good chant if you can't remember it?
We sang it at Villa Park. It was on my YouTube, sure.
All this shameless plugging, you know.
Do you know what? I think we might regret it, and I think if he goes on and wins the Champions League with Celtic, if he goes on and wins the Champions League with Celtic, you're all going to be eating a lot of humble pie.
I don't think we're going to regret paying him 50 grand a week. Let's put it that way.
Who are you backing, Elise or Schlupp?
Come on.
Eric Dyer.
Yeah,
he plays for Bayern Munich. I back him.
What are you going to do?
When is that game, by the way?
What are you going to do if he scores at Bayern Munich? That'd be the best moment of my life. Can you imagine?
The best moment of
if he
your
scores
life.
the winner at Bayern Munich. No, actually, do you know what? Schlupp is a Champions League player. You can all whatever. He's playing Champions.
He hasn't got in the team yet.
We haven't got rid of Schlupp. He is up leveled from us, if we're honest.
He hasn't. He's got to prove his fitness first, hasn't he?
But you look at Palace. We're a footnote in his career. Won the league at Leicester. Champions League football at Celtic. We're just a sandwich. We like that filler.
I actually think
if he doesn't play a minute in that time,
it'll be funny when
you're finished.
I think he got Player of the Year at Leicester as well once. Schlupp as well.
They love, if you go on a Palace podcast, Leicester podcast, they love chatting about Schlupp. They're like, how's Schlupp doing? Like, You're like, and I'm just like, yeah, not that great.
I mean, I guess the best thing to do now is just to move on.
It's like losing your dog, isn't it?
No, do you know what would be
Got
great?
diabetes.
Let's do a live watch along by Munich Celtic.
You can do that on your YouTube short.
That's how long Schlupp will be on the pitch. It will be a short.
Hey, Ali, can you imagine it doing that? It'll be, oh, look, Michael Eaton just gone past 6 players, stuck in the top corner, and Schlupp's still sitting on the bench, isn't it?
Schlupp will forget where he's at and go celebrate with him.
Where are Celtic planning on playing him? That's what I want to know. Like
Up front.
Well, do you know what? It's the thing. He actually at Leicester did play quite successfully up front for a while.
Yeah, sick. Anyway, next up, something that is very near and dear to Rich's heart: El Hadji Malik Diouf. We started the window with a £12 million bid that was rejected, and it took us another 22 days to up our bid to 14.3 when they wanted 15.
Cheers.
Liverpool got involved, Brighton got involved, Bear people got involved. Now they want 20. I get what Tim's saying by they're upping the price because other people are involved, but I understand why they're doing it because we are taking the mick. I do think he would have been a starting left back for us. Yes, we have Chilwell now, but if we can get him in the summer, I still think 20 million isn't a bad price because he would be the starter for me. Rich, please take the centre stage.
Yeah, like I said earlier, look, we've been wanting an attacking. We've been wanting an attacking. What do you call it? Left wing back for 4 or 5 years, and we're just penny pitching, which is annoying. But look, we'll see how the summer goes. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. Just got to see how the summer is. Thanks. Can I be honest with you, Tim? I'm using my phone. I was actually trying to do that. I think I made myself big screen.
Yeah, you did. To make Rich even more upset, Jan Nicholas Beste. So I'm going to go through all the people that I spoke about in Transfer Weekly from episode 1 to episode 5. Jan Nicholas Beste. I spoke about him in the first day of the transfer window. The first day. He was on loan, came back to Benfica, and went to SC Freiburg. Rich, can you guess for how much money they bought him for? And it's actually a permanent transfer.
Guess, I sent you the information. 8 million euros.
For an attacking left wing back, who was 26 years old as well. And he would have been permanent. But no, we didn't go that way. Going through into episode 2 now. Ben Doak, still at Borough, but I understand why we didn't go that way because they priced him out of a move like all hell Liverpool did. They wanted 30 M's, way too much. You know, we went for SA. I think that's probably the cheaper, probably the better option at the moment. Joe Bellingham, Sunderland prices are crazy, and also they're 4th in the league. They're going for a promotion push. They ain't selling. Diouf, spoke about that already. Archie Brown didn't even make an attempt. Not even one. Still there at Ghent. Not even an attempt. No one even attempted to buy him in this transfer window apart from Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
But they said that he was, I think they valued him too high. And I think the high valuation was £12 million. You should have bought him for that price. I did a comparison between him and Diouf. You could have done him for that price very easily. Pause, just in case.
You're making that window sound worse by the minute.
Kyle Walker-Peters.
That's the one.
6 months left. report saying they would have accepted £5 million. Guess what? He can play left back, left wing back, right back, right wing back. But no.
That was one that I was looking at. So why don't we just do that? Blatantly waiting to try and get him on a free, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Ones that I spoke about, Teden Mengi. We were never going to go in for him. Let's be real. I was just scraping the barrel of anyone that could be done in a short time frame. Caleb Okoli, fake news. We just reported on it because there was nothing else to talk about.
And then he had an absolute.
And he had a howler. So that is the transfer roundup. Now, Chairman, if you can give this transfer window a rating out of 10, what would it be? And also put in the chat what you'd put this transfer window down out of 10 as well.
Well, we've got a left back, and we've
Yes.
got SA, another attacking option.
But
we
put
didn't get
everything we spoke about into consideration.
I'm going to say 5 out of 10. Could have been better. Could have been a whole lot worse.
Rich?
If Chilwell's actually fit, I would say 6. If he's not, 3. It's all dependent on his fitness levels. But we covered the 2 positions we wanted to, so yeah, we'll see.
Ali?
I'm really I'm really happy with it. He's proper Palace. He's raw. Like I'm really happy with that. But I think I probably would have gone for a 6 because I do think that Chilwell is interesting. I'm very intrigued. But based on Chalobah going, which as we've discussed is a little bit out of our reach, I'm gonna have to go 5 because Chalobah going was a big blow, an unexpected blow. So 5 for me.
I think I'd go over 4. I think that our loans at the start of the season were rubbish. And when we've brought our players back, we haven't sent them all back out on loan again. We've kept a couple of them in the squad. Obviously, had a lot of time to replace Chalobah, but we didn't do it. We have got a left back. We have got a forward player. But I do think that some of it is too much penny pinching. And I do have that same caveat as Rich, where if Chilwell is fit and he's good to play, I think it goes up to a 6. But right now, when I'm looking at it, I'm saying it's a 4.
Yeah, and I do think that centre-back thing, right now everyone's feeling a little bit in their comfort zone about that because Richard's had a few good games. And I said I am eating humble pie, but I do think that back three haven't been properly tested yet. Like, we had a nice little run on the whole, apart from Brentford. So that Chalobah thing we could hark back to at some point. Still.
100%. Going into the comments here, Ben saying it's a 6. Ollie saying it's a 10 out of 10 because Schlupp and Holding are finally gone. Animal says it's a 6, but we needed a backup centre back. Tim saying it's a 5. It'll be higher if Glasner says he's pleased. It all bases on Glasner, really. If he says he's happy, then I'm happy. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's a really good point.
Is he going to say he's not though?
I reckon he will.
I think he'll say he's not happy with the timing of them. I think he'll say he's happy with who he's got because he doesn't want to upset.
I genuinely don't think he's truly happy. He said he wanted it done early in the window. I honestly genuinely think he's being good to stay. I don't see him with us beyond the summer, if I'm honest.
If we keep treating him like this, then I don't disagree with you.
How can he?
Surface says a 4.
Yeah.
Colin says a 6. And then Animal says Ben hamstring Chilwell comes to hamstring FC. What a window. What a January. You know what this means, boys. I don't have to edit any more videos.
Hey.
It takes 3 days to make one Transfer Weekly episode. So I've got 3 days of my week back. So Tactical will be more in depth, apart from me doing about 10 minutes of research. But
you know what we should do, right? Is an away day vlog. Gonna watch Schlupp at Celtic.
Okay, yeah, you can do that on your shorts.
There he's on the bench. He's on the bench. 99 minutes.
Imagine that though. You go all the way to Scotland to see him sit on the bench.
Just get a ticket behind the bench, like Schlupp cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want the wide angle lens
Well,
just in case.
And he's gonna have that cardboard. Schlap, can I be a shirt?
Yeah.
Just Schlupp warming up.
You ever think
Yeah,
Rhythm is
and
a
it'd be
dancer?
about
Jeffrey
this
Schlupp
big,
is the
wouldn't it?
answer.
That's the chant. That's the
Extra,
chant. Yeah,
extra,
that's the one.
extra large.
Yeah, that's the chant. Yeah, he was Villa away. This has been my last memory of seeing him. Really, he got brought on, then brought off, and Palace fans ironically sang that chant at him. Check out my YouTube shorts and you can see it.
And on that note, where can everyone find you?
Pride of South London Fan TV is where you can find me
On the shorts.
on the YouTube shorts for good Jeffrey Schlupp content.
Guys, it's been an emotional one. Like I said, this stream, like I think I said to Rich on the phone earlier, this stream either ends 5 minutes after the deadline closes, or we're going to be chatting nonsense till midnight. And you know what? It's 8 more minutes until midnight. I want to get in bed before midnight because I'm up at 6 a.m. I know Chairman's up even earlier than I am. So, guys, thank you very much for watching all the videos where I'm rambling about nonsense and transfers.
Yeah. JC, you've done an amazing job again.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching our nonsense on here on deadline day. But let's hope that we have a good end to the season. We are normally second half FC and second half of the season FC. So let's hope for good things.
Good. And don't forget tomorrow, Tim and potentially Bobby Manzi will be joining us tomorrow for a stream. So just talking about, are we actually in PSR trouble? Will Glasgow walk at the end of the season? And there was another thing that Tim had. Tim, I hope you remember the question. I can't remember what it was. Write down, Tim. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Thank you very much. And as always, up the Palace. Schlupp's gone! Yeah!